Welcome back. We are here for Hearts of Wulin, Numberless Secrets, Gaze into Silken Night, Episode 3. So, yeah, the theme song plays. It's like we have a lot of desaturated scenes and a montage going during the theme music. Um, if anyone would like to kind of recap what happened last time, that was quite affecting on their character, that would be great. Or what you just remember.
Yeah.
Remember.
During the theme song, first thing that we see is Jintong standing there, looking looking like she's trying very hard to ignore the presence of someone else, and then we see like her fade in the foreground, and then or her she become blurry in the foreground, and then in the background we see stepping into the scene the white monk. And then we cut to Jintong having an argument with what's his name? Her uh not quite brother, I guess. Sorry, one
River
sec.
Glass.
Yes, thank you. With River Glass. Um, where she says, of all of the people, why him? And then it cuts to his response a bit later, which is um like what about you? You look like you're unhappy as well. And then it cuts to Jintong, a bit of a speck of dust falling in front of Jintong's face as she walks around this headless corpse. And then she looks up and sees the footprints on the ceiling. Um, those are the very brief vignettes that we see for Jintong.
Do you want to go, Rod?
Sure. Yeah, I think similar to Jintang's flashback, we see River Glass coming to the site and Gullible Moo giving him a big hug and smile. Um, them having breakfast and of course Morningstorm was there, and then Gullible Moo um and Morningstorm are talking about the other people at breakfast and saying, oh, oh, he looks, he never smiles, and they look sad, and trying to figure out who the suspects, possible murder suspects are. Um, and they also talk about, who suggests writing a poem. Actually, I think it was Morningstorm who suggested that, another note. And they talk about writing a poem to bring Jintong and Soup together. Um, and I think let's see what else happened of note. I think we have the moment, well, White Monk telling Gullible Moo that they had business there, but keeping it very mysterious. Um, there is, of course, the murder of the second victim, who may or may not be the son, Sun Yang. Um, and Morningstorm getting poisoned, and Sun Zheng, Gullible Moo, taking her to the doctor. And of course, on the way, Moo sees his stepmom arguing with May. Um, and, you know, uh, of course, that ends inconclusively. And then I think the final scene is Gullible Moo at the bedside of Morningstorm, um, trying to just keep her company and telling her about the poem that he wrote on in the ruse, and of course, River Glass is outside the window, unmistakably thinking he wrote it for her. Uh, and I think that's how where it ends.
Nice. For Soup, I think the first flashback is a scene from his conversation with Chen Rugang, where he, first it's like uh, uh, a sort of like compliment about how beautiful and skilled she is with the sword, and then it's like some cool deduction moment where he's like, I know that's the lullaby sword, some kind of like uh, 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 Soup catches her off guard with his insight into this sword that she never like reveals. Then I think the next thing we see is standing over uh, the body of Sun Yang, and the scene where Jintong says, neither of these bodies are uh, uh, of the father and the son. And then Soup saying, yes, the blood of this body is like 12 hours old, like it's not, this person wasn't killed here. And then Morningstorm getting poisoned, and then Soup wanting to take her to the doctor, but then when Mu steps forward, he's like, oh, and he has to step away sadly and let Mu do this, and he just kind of looks on. Yeah.
So a lot happened.
Yeah.
All right. So the montage ends along with the theme, and so we're gonna head into this new section, I guess, of this. Trying to think of like, I think we were talking like it was happening after breakfast. This discovery, because they were getting ready to open up the school and such. It's like, so, in the interim of everybody, doing their thing and then taking Warning Storm to the infirmary, basically, and what have you. What is everybody doing now? I know that we left off with Gullible Moo reading off the poem, and of course, River Glass misunderstanding. Uh, did Soup remain over at the school with Jintong, or did you two separate to go elsewhere, to go check out other things?
I think one of the wishes from last session was that we have more character scenes,
Yes.
as in like interplayer scenes.
Mm-hmm.
So if Agatha is interested, I'd be excited to do like a Soup and Jintong scene.
You're on mute, Agatha.
Yeah, heck yeah, let's do it.
Yep. So where's this going to be happening? Is this going to be happening as the cleanup is happening, or is like, outside of the school? What do you think?
Depends. Thomas, what are you thinking for this scene?
What do you think about having this scene like with the dead body, like just us, like kind of discussing what's happening, what we think is going on, who we think it is, and like we're just walking around this body and we're being super casual, like that's the thing I'm got in my head.
Yeah, I'm down.
Before that happens, I think this is where, like, um, Sun Zheng will just look at you and saying, "Please, I've hired you on to figure out who's doing this. If this was not my father and my brother, what is going on?" And she'll take the servants and the other folks out to leave you to it. Um, she'll kind of look at you, Jintong, curiously. It's like, will you not come with us and leave Master Soup to investigate?
No.
She gives you another curious look. It's like okay, and then she'll leave with the servants. So you two are alone with this headless body of someone.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah.
I,
Go ahead.
I think Soup is going to look at Jintong and be like, "What do you think uh of the beautiful Miss Sun Jiang? Um, does she truly not know, or is she just a master actress?"
If she's a master actress, it would be she's certainly putting a lot of effort into it. A lot of unnecessary effort. The heir to be should be strong and calm in the face of crisis. And so far, what it seems like is she has been striving to be that, though not quite reaching her goal. She will lose the respect of the rest of the school.
I think you place too much value on hiding your emotions. I know I think Sun Chang is behaving as appropriate for someone who thinks their father and brother died. Why would they hide their fear just to impress some people who will be here one day and be gone the next?
So
The
you think she
respect.
is innocent?
I think that you refusing to share your feelings is one of the reasons I must protect my sworn brother, who you, whose heart will be broken by you. Soup is clearly like thinking of something else now and not solving the mystery. I think he's, taken your comment about hiding emotions and he's just thinking about feelings right now.
We have spoken about this. And I have asked you to look for whomever you think is more deserving of Black Orchid's affections. I don't disagree with you, but I'm not sure I understand the purpose of treading over familiar grounds.
Oh, you're right. You're right. I do think Sun Jiang is innocent, but if she is innocent, then the chance of her being the next victim is high. I, being the strongest of all of us friends, will take it upon myself to protect her.
Are you sure you are not leaning towards her innocence because you've been entranced by her frail beauty?
It would take a much more beautiful woman to entrance me. I have to admit that Shunjiang is lovely, but it will, if anything, I am the one doing the entrancing. That's really bad, but I need to say that Soup says something to that effect.
Jintong, I think this is like the moment where Jintong's expression actually cracks a little bit. Like she just has this expression like, ugh. No. She has to like put a hand against the wall to just like steady herself for a moment.
Is that a smile I see? My charms are working. See, even you, Jintong, are not immune.
Um, you know, just like it clenches and unclenches her hand to be like, this is not. It's fine. Let it go.
How close am I to getting punched after that? Oh.
Okay, I'm thinking like, when do I bring up that morning storm has a limited time to live? Um, this does seem like a perfect time, but also I want to discuss things a little bit further. No, yeah, okay. You know, after, you know, composing herself, who do you think is the most suspicious right now?
I spoke to Miss Cheng Rugang, and I do not believe that she is behind this. Undaunted Zedong is a drunk and not a very good one, but it is still possible. The thing that strikes me in my heart, and maybe truth does not come from emotion, but a good detective does not deny their hunches. If Sun Guan Yu is alive, then it suggests that he is our killer, does it not?
It would certainly be the most convenient suggestion.
And if the brother is alive, so if the son is alive, then it means that maybe the father and son work together. And if the daughter does not know, then maybe she is the real target. But also then the question does arise, are these two bodies we've seen just unfortunate farmers that these martial artists have just murdered in cold blood? Are they more than that? Like, they deserve justice. We need to find answers for them.
Yes. Sun Guanyu has had no shortage of blood on his hands. It would not be against his character to soak his hands in more. I suppose I should I study or should I Soup, are you acting as just yourself, or are you thinking about the weight of the Clove School as you investigate?
I don't think about the Clove School. And Soup is lying. Like, yeah, I never think about that.
Really?
No, no. there's more to life than looking back. There's a wide future in front of me, and that's what I will pay attention to.
The future of detecting, like the Clue School has taught you.
No, a future of drinking and friendship and using my charms on all those who appreciate them.
I have not told you earlier because, well, Morningstorm has Morningstorm has a shorter amount of time to live now.
You know something about poisons? You have identified it?
Not quite, but I know it has gotten worse.
How much time do we have?
I can't say for certain, but the sooner we find the cure, the better. And I don't mean that in terms of generally. I mean that. And Jintong kind of, I mean, how good are you at reading Jintong, actually, Soup?
But I think quite bad, but it depends on which, what do you mean, right? Like Soup has not, for example, did not know that Jintong was an assassin and stuff like that. But I think emotions wise, Jintong is less good at hiding her emotions than she thinks she is, and Soup can pick up on that. But like facts wise, Soup has not figured anything out. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like, upon hearing that Morningstorm has been, has, less time to live, essentially poisoned, I mean, like, are you experiencing some inner conflict right now, Soup?
I okay. The move does say emotional turmoil. Yeah, which I am definitely feeling. So, there's no conflict in the sense of like I know exactly what I'm supposed to be doing, which is saving her. But like, yeah, a lot of feelings. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll say what you might be able to see on Jintong, and then you can decide if you see it or not.
Yeah.
Which is that she has like a moment where she looks guilty, and then she looks determined.
Okay. I think that's a lovely detail, but I think Soup is not going to pick up on it, and because I also, as Thomas, don't want to play Soup. I don't want to, you know. I think I'm not interested in Soup kind of like blaming Jintong for this, So I think it's nice as a player. I'm enjoying it, but I don't want the character to feel to to be angry at Jintong or something like that. So yeah, if you don't make it explicit, he's not going to pay down. I'm going to roll inner conflict with uh um with Earth, which is a -1. So
I just realized we should have comforted and supported each other.
Oh yeah. You should.
Oh no.
Well,
Let's roll that. Can you roll that before I roll inner conflict? Does that sound good?
yeah, Matt, so what do you think?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, should I?
I should have suggested in the first place. I'm so sorry. I was just get involved in the scene.
Am I supporting you by telling you that Morningstorm is getting worse and you need to freaking get on it?
I don't know. This is like tough
supported?
love.
See, I will say, like, I mean, when you were asking me about the case and we were discussing it, we were definitely supporting each other then. So when you said Morningstar was in danger, yeah, you definitely gave me a clarity of purpose.
Yeah.
So
I'll accept that if you
Okay.
comfort and supporting with what now? Tough love.
I think it might be water, but I also want to succeed. I want you to be supported. So I'm gonna say earth. Like I'm focused and present in like especially in the case discussion. We're both
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I'll accept that. Yeah.
ooh, yeah, this is good.
Mhm.
That's an 11.
Nice.
Oh,
On a
wow.
hit, you lift them up. They may choose to give you a bond with them or clear a marked element. And on a 10 plus, you may also clear an element yourself, ask them a question they must answer, or give them a bond with you. So you guys have some choices.
I'm going to
Bond.
give Jintong a bond on me.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be
Oh.
cool. Yeah,
Okay.
we're becoming best friends. Because I don't want to clear an element.
Oh, okay. Well, oh no,
You
I'm
should.
going to I'm gonna clear
Yeah.
my style element.
Yes. So you can fight again. Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm also excited to report that I rolled a 6 on my inner conflict
Okay.
because I rolled with Earth, which is a -1, which is awesome.
Oh my god.
And on the miss just says
Oh
the GM makes things much worse. Like it's just
yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well,
rip.
make sure that you mark XP for sure for doing inner
yeah,
conflict. Oh my
yeah, I
god.
did.
Oh god. Hold on.
Do you want to think about it, Mads? We can cut away to move or something,
Yeah, let's do
if you want.
cutaway to Moo because I have to think about how I'm gonna make it so much freaking worse.
Yeah.
Um
Uh,
hold on. Oh my god. Worse. Okay.
yeah.
All right. So Gullible Moo, you have finished the poem. You are at Morningstorm's bedside, and I don't know. I mean, this is interesting, right? Because I mean, where we left off, it's like Riverglass was right outside of the window, and you may or may not have noticed that he was there. Let's see. Mm-hmm. Trying to think of a way to.
It's in the afternoon right now or evening?
No, I think it's in the afternoon because,
The
like,
afternoon.
everybody was finishing breakfast. The body was discovered at the Sun School. So, yeah, I mean, like, I'll say by this point, it's like probably nearing lunch, if not already. Yeah. Yes. And, Thomas, you definitely want to mark an element. Mark the element that you were rolling with, please. Oh, God.
By the way, I rolled a 10 for Face to Fate.
Oh, okay, great.
So,
This allows you to apply it to your role or somebody else's role for later, right?
right, yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, cool.
So, I mean, just to give you an idea where Gullible Moose head's at, he thinks
Mhm.
this has gone totally out of control. And it was one thing for for strangers to be murdered, but now his people he knows are being endangered. Uh, so I'm thinking either he'll want to protect the people he cares for, or he'll try to go after the murderer. Um, I think I'm gonna go with the first one. Just like he knows his stepmom's here,
Mhm.
and if she's here, she's gonna be in danger. Well, everyone's in danger, clearly. So he needs to warn her. And
What
then,
what name did you give her again? I put
oh
her picture in the character keeper.
yeah, Mother Chow, I think.
Okay. I think after you finish reading the poem, Morningstorm has slipped into sleep.
All
Um,
right.
but I will say, perhaps at that point, once you're done, I think this is where you see outside of the window and you see like Riverglass launch himself, um, you know, out onto the grounds. What do you choose to do?
Yeah, I'll go after him. It's not safe to be alone.
Okay. All right, you see, excuse me, you see him bounding across the field, probably headed in the direction of. These grounds are fairly vast and obviously have some beautiful things, beautiful landmarks and such on them, but it looks like he's leading you in down like one of the garden paths that's leading to a large private bamboo grove.
Cool.
So they're towering above you. They're, the stalks are like gently swaying. You hear the rustle, the gentle susurrus of the leaves rustling against each other. So paint the scene for everyone. In this grove, it gives a sense of isolation and peace. But what about it also gives an impression of eyes or watchers that are about? Private bamboo grove that gives a sense of isolation, but yet also a feeling of being watched. What do you notice? Or I should say, paint the scene for everyone. Like, what is seen or sensed here that could give that impression?
I have not, I don't know if this makes sense nature-wise, but I think there are peacocks here, and of course the eyes of the feathers are always open. Um, and yeah, um, so they're a constant sight and always rustling through the foliage. Were we all gonna paint the scene or
Yeah, this is for everyone.
okay.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know that. Can you repeat the question, Mads?
Yeah, it's this large private bamboo grove is a wonderful place of isolation, and calm, but there also is a sinister impression of being watched. What here gives that impression?
Hmm. I think it's uh, sorry, what did you say, Rod? What did you
Oh, I said there are peacocks there, and the eyes of their feathers are always open and give a sense that someone's watching.
Okay,
Which it
I'm
must
going
be
to
mating season because usually they only do that if they're trying to impress some, like
Oh, cool.
some
yeah.
gal.
Um yeah, and everyone I know who has peacocks around them hate them. They're very annoying, but it's like they look very beautiful, but I think they have make a very annoying noise or something. But anyway, I will say that in this instance, uh, there is an unnerving silence in this grove that feels almost oppressive, hangs on your shoulders, makes the hair on the back of your neck stand up, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I think there is a slight breeze that always seems to blow within this grove, and it moves, it shifts the leaves and the boughs so that it often feels like something is moving at the edge of your vision.
Okay, cool. And this is where you follow Riverglass to Gullible Moo. I think before you realize it, it's like, you both are deep in the grove and kind of, he does not turn, but he stops as if waiting for your approach.
Okay, I come to a stop behind, several feet behind him. Riverglass, it is not safe to be running around. There is a murderer in this house.
So I know. So I've come to realize, but I couldn't stay. That, and he's like trying not to say what he wants to say, but he says instead, that was a beautiful poem that you read to Morningstorm.
Oh, yes, it was her idea. Um, it, uh, of course, our plans now are kind of pointless, but I thought I would read it just to cheer her up if she could hear me.
He kind of turns to you with like a puzzled look on his face. Plans? Aren't you... And he kind of laughs a little and like kind of sad. Aren't you betrothed?
I'm gonna roll for it in a conflict because I made a promise to her that I wouldn't tell anyone that it's an
Yeah.
act.
Yeah.
Uh, so if an element is checked, I cannot roll it, correct?
Correct.
All right.
And it cannot be your style element.
It cannot be style. So I'm gonna roll with water. Try to use what little wisdom I have, or
Okay.
my folksy wisdom maybe.
Okay.
Oh no, I rolled a 5. Hold on.
What?
Let me see if I
What did I
want
tell
to.
you guys about warming up your doors?
Nice.
Oh,
Now
Lord.
you can make it worse for me, and you can make it worse for Gullible and any odd.
Oh, crap,
You
a
have,
doodle.
I mean, you have 2 bonds that you can spend. You can burn both of your bonds, and
That's
then you can
true.
run away, I guess.
You can.
You could
You
also
totally
substitute the
can.
10, but I
I
guess
could.
Oh,
it's
yes, you
a bit
sure.
early.
It is very early.
Yeah. Sorry. We love a
Right.
miss, but damn.
Um,
Uh,
yeah, makes
so you,
things much worse.
2 bonds or use your 10 to get out of this mess.
So steady. Oh, let's make things much worse.
Oh!
Go ahead. Oh,
Well, okay. So I think,
We can go on break also.
yeah, we could totally go on break. Because I have some things I want to do, but I don't know if I want to do them. I am such a softy GM, it's ridiculous. Yeah, let's do a break, 10 minutes, and refresh your beverages and do what you need to do while I figure out how to make your lives so much worse.
Just, do the worst thing possible. Just Morningstorm can't die like that, except for that anything. Anything.
Okay. All right, 10
Yeah.
minutes. Okay, so need to address the making things so much worse. Oh, and I forgot to mention before, it's like unfortunately we are without Black Orchid's player again, so hopefully Ray feels better soon. But yeah, so Black Orchid is causing havoc elsewhere at the moment. Um, but for going back to Soup's inner conflict, you rolled with Earth, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to know, marking Earth, um, first off, how do you feel that you've lost your focus and your caution. Like, you know, upon hearing that morning storm, it doesn't have long, and you're not even sure how much, but from Jintong's tone that you know it's urgent. What are you doing to lose that kind of savoir-faire that you normally have, and throwing caution to the winds? How are you reacting? You're not acting, you're not proacting, you're reacting. Tell me what that looks like.
I think that I think I throw caution to the winds. I think I become obsessive. I think that's what marking that thing does. So I think I become obsessed with the idea that Sun Guanyu is alive, and he must have the antidote to this poison. And so I think um, the the obvious thing for me to do with that knowledge is to go to all the people uh, who know him best. I would go to Mao Ching. I would go to Yellow Shadow Hunter. I would go to Sun Jiang. I would go to all of these people, and I kind of like, you know, uh, uh, not attack them, but sort of maybe tactlessly uh, uh, just try to extract what they know about where Sun Guanyu could be hiding if he was alive on this estate, right? Okay.
That could put you into some serious social faux pas, I'm sure. Um, I should put into it so we can see how that looks. Um, Jintong, are you going to aid or abet him in trying to do all this? Because yeah, I mean, he gets that look on his face of probably a look of seriousness that you never really thought you saw before from Soup, at least thus far.
What is it that you are trying to do again?
Me?
Yes.
So I am going to all the people who I think have a personal history with Guanyu. So this is uh, uh, Mao Ching, Yellow Shadow Hunter, Sun Jiang, and I'm going to basically try to find out where Sun Guanyu can be hiding in this estate if he was alive. Like, where, what did he like to, where did he like to spend time as by himself and stuff like that. I'm looking for him, you know.
Yeah, I'll help. I will support.
Okay. Because I think at that moment, like, you know, as you're resolving to do this, I think Yellow Shadow Hunter is going to burst into the school and say, "What's the meaning of this? You you send away the owner of this state and say that we can't come in to clean up and get things done? What's wrong with you?" And then from behind him, it's like, you know, some of the servants are scurrying in, getting ready to clear out the body, and then, like, you know, Sun Zhang's at the door, like just kind of like waiting to see what you do, how you react.
I think I'm going to do something really dumb. I'm going to be like, and where were you when your master was being killed?
That's a very good question. Okay. I would ask for a study move at this point. I mean, because he's coming in, like, you know, again, indignant because he's the one that handles the day-to-day operations of the school. So he would normally be the one in this space as the de facto leader, I guess,
Yeah.
of this particular space. So the challenge.
Yeah. I like the idea of studying. I will study with Fire, I think, is appropriate. Okay, it's an 11. So I got two hold. Uh, I could I could ask a question. I could reveal a detail. Um, could I just oh. Um, I think I'm gonna reveal a detail.
Okay. All right. Just reveal a
Okay.
detail first, and then you're like your brain. So that takes care of one hold. Okay.
Yeah, I have another hold. Agatha, you can please feel free to tell me to X this out or whatever. But I'm going to say that Yellow Shadow Hunter was missing because he was having a clandestine meeting with White Monk because they are having a secret relationship.
Oh my God! What do you
So
think,
this is so
Agatha?
so yeah so. The age difference is there? I don't know. Like is there an age difference? I
Sir,
was
look at
not.
their photos. Look at their photos. Please, I
Uh,
beg of you, look at the
uh,
NPC tab.
no, I don't. I don't trust these NPC pictures. So, Yellow Shadow Hunters just had a tough life, you know.
Could be. Could be very much be. Sure.
Um. So, is that okay with you, Agatha, or should I retract that?
It is really funny though. I just don't like the age difference is the
Right.
thing.
Okay.
Proceed. Okay.
Could I change the picture of Yellow Shadow Hunter then?
You're
Because I think I would
perfectly happy. I am
rather
happy
do
if you do.
that. Yeah.
Sure. Sure.
Okay, I accept.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
fine.
cool.
It's fine. Pick from one of the other ones that haven't been labeled, on the bottom. It's cool.
Yeah. Ooh, I like a cool guy with the fur.
Mm,
Um,
he's a cool guy with the fur.
he's also wearing white, but just imagine it was yellow. Uh,
Now
yeah,
look, now he doesn't have to wear yellow. I mean, like maybe he's chasing after yellow shadows, and that's why he got his name. Okay.
that's true. So I'm going with that, and I
Okay.
think,
Okay.
uh,
So, all right. White monk and shadow hunter, which would actually explain the business that he was trying to tell.
yeah, that's
Like
what
he
gave me
was.
the idea.
Yeah. Okay. Got it.
It
Okay.
was Rod's scene with White Monk. I was like,
Oh my God.
that's an opening. Um,
Yeah.
and uh,
Yeah. And
okay,
what's your?
I'm also gonna ask a question about this place.
Okay.
Um, I'm going to ask. No, I mean, did I? Is it right? I don't know. But sorry, just replying to Agatha's chat messages. Um, okay. I would like to. Here's an open-ended question. Okay, when I
Mm-hmm.
see Sun Jiang behind over the shoulder of Yellow Shadow Hunter, right? I'm looking at her. She's looking at to see how I react. Does she want me to fight this man?
I'm gonna say her face is unreadable at the
Okay.
moment,
Okay.
but I'm gonna say that because it's like you look you're looking a little distracted, and perhaps you make that leap of intuition or whatever, and then mention to uh, Yellow Shadow Hunter that he's been in kind of like um, uh, a night another relationship or whatever,
Yeah.
which is his alibi. Um, Perhaps he also takes you aside, you know, and just kind of like we'll say if I show you something, would you please not say anything about my relations with the White Monk?
I don't need something to keep a secret that does not hurt anyone.
And yes, I admit to being busy, that I was not one of the ones who had gone to see what had happened to Sun Guan Yu. And he will kind of like, take your arm lightly and kind of just like lead you away. And then it's like you get to some of the back part of the room, which has like partitions and such. Behind one such partition, he'll show you, it's like it's in front of the hallways that lead into the dorms, the dorms proper of the Sun School. He'll kind of like, do a small kick and a knock, and he shows you a secret passageway outside of the Sun School.
Awesome.
Question.
Yes.
When he said his relation with the White Monk, did he say it loud enough for Jintong to hear?
Do we think that Jintong has especially great selective hearing?
I mean, it's up to you.
I mean,
I mean, if you say yes, then I will roll inner conflict.
Yes. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
It's like, I think you're really predisposed. As soon as you hear the name White Monk, it's like, what?
Okay. I will roll inner conflict. With
XP and with
with water, I think. I think it's to have wisdom in this moment.
Okay.
And not be pulled away from the tasks at hand.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see. Yeah, I rolled a 4.
What the devil? I swear. I mean, what? A 4. I still have to go back to Tamu.
I have an idea for what making things worse for Jintong means on failing an inner conflict.
Yeah.
Which would be like running into the White Monk right now and being forced to talk to him. I don't know. I don't know if that's a good idea, but I find it very amusing.
I mean, that is so much worse. Because basically, what I want to do, and you can tell, like Agatha, as somebody experienced in this game, you can tell me if this is works with the 4. Okay. I want you to mark the water as an element for sure for that miss. But then I want to figure on, like, was there anything in your memory of White Monk that gave you the impression that, he was not as faithful, perhaps?
Wait.
To
They're
who?
not in a relationship, right?
Yeah, we're not in a relationship.
Okay. But I mean, for the fact that, he is not as serious necessarily as he could be. I mean, is there anything in your memory where this would be It's like, I know I shouldn't love him, but I will because of such and such and so and so. But now this news just kind of gives me pause. Is there anything like in hearing that he was in a relationship with the Yellow Shadow Hunter that just kind of like makes you despair? Because I imagine that this is what it does.
Oh. Hmm.
Or was
Sure.
this completely one-sided? If you want time to think about it, I can go to Moo and make his life miserable.
Yeah, come back to me.
I will. Okay. So Moo, you are in the grove with Riverglass, and he's looking at you with this stricken look on his face, like, thought you were betrothed, and then you roll inner conflict, and you got that wonderful 5. You were using water, I believe.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah, I
so
marked it. Yeah.
right, so you mark the element water because you missed. I want to know in this moment where your wisdom fails you in terms of either saying something or doing something that gives even more weight to what Riverglass thinks, that you are definitely betrothed to Morningstorm. You return her supposed feelings, and you don't love him as much as he thought. What does Gullible Moose say or do that makes it so much worse?
Ah. um. Oh Lord. Um. I.
Because I guarantee you,
Oh
whatever you
yeah.
say,
Yeah.
he's going to misconstrue it hard.
So I don't know what to do. So I start crying, and maybe he thinks I'm crying for her.
Yes, yes, he does. I know it's devastating, too, and you're not looking at him through your tears, but I mean, like, the camera sees full on that he's hurting. And it's like, I know how it feels to feel as if you're losing someone you love. There. It will be fine. The physicians will be able to do something for her. Just don't lose hope. Just keep writing her beautiful poems, and she'll hear you. I know she'll hear you. And the camera just like zooms in on the look of disappointment on his face as he's telling you all these really, stoic things.
You, you heard, you heard me saying the poem.
I did. It was beautiful. I mean, he's starting to get teary-eyed himself.
Yeah, and Moo, I think Moo finds some strange comfort in that. Uh,
Man, he's like gripping your arm, like your hands together really hard. He's like saying all these things, and the camera's just picking up on. He doesn't mean it. He's just.
oh boy.
He's getting up in your face, like he's close to you. He looks like yeah, he looks like he wants to be closer and more reassuring, but he knows he can't because he thinks that you're like way in love with Morningstorm now. So
I think maybe there's like with Peacock runs through the thing and then we both get startled and he takes his
yeah,
hand
and then
off.
like spring apart. Yep.
Yeah.
You probably want to get back to the infirmary and stay
I
by your
could
side.
I can do nothing for her now. But I must protect the people I care for. And I obviously give him a lingering look. But then I say, my stepmother's here. I do not know why, but I'm gonna tell her to that she should leave immediately. I think you should go as well.
I would, but I have to wait on White Monk. He's doing something. He says he has business here. We'll leave as soon as we can. You stay safe. Are
Um,
you going to be all right? Are you going to go home with your mother, your stepmother?
no, I have to wait until Morningstorm is better, and then I have to help Soup catch this killer. Uh, I don't think you should be alone. Do you want to come with me, or will you be going to the White Monk now?
If you feel you would be better with company, I can.
I I would feel better knowing you're not alone. So yes,
I'll help you protect. And, stricken look on his face. Maybe you still have tears in your eyes. Who the hell knows? But I mean, I
Sure.
don't think you catch it. I really don't think you catch it. Oh, gods. All right. Soup. Okay, hold on. Mm, mm, mm. Okay. So Soup, yeah, I mean, Yellow Shadow Hunter showed you the hidden passageway. I use this to leave the school as needed. But perhaps this is also how this mysterious person got in and killed this poor soul.
Maybe. Thank you for showing this to me.
It's hard to believe. And you didn't like let everybody else know about your idea that this is not her brother or her father yet, right? Or did you?
No, I think we've only told Sun Jiang.
Okay. All right. So in which case it's like, I think it's like it's such a waste. The Sun Guanju and Sun Yang just would do this.
Obviously, forgive me asking this silly question, but Sun Guan Yu knew about these secret passages, correct? He's the one who taught you.
Yes, I mean, he had it. His family had it built this way for quite some time, of course. I mean, I suppose it stands to reason that anyone with knowledge of the school leadership would know about this.
Of course. And I don't actually have anything to ask him other than this. So I think this is a good place to call the scene.
Okay.
I would be interested before the end of the session to have a scene with Mu,
Mm-hmm.
and potentially his stepmom, but maybe not. But yeah,
Okay.
I'm good here.
Okay.
I don't know if he's resolved Jintong's to make things worse, but
Sure. Yeah, I mean, well, obviously, Jintong, you've marked the elements. So, I mean, do you want us to honor us with a kind of a flashback or a scene or like thoughts in your head that's increasing the effect of the poison?
Sure. I'm still pretty torn on how evil to make the white monk or I had several ideas in my head and I was like, is this too much?
I mean, you got a 4. It's like, how bad do you think it is?
Agatha, I would be so excited to just, even if you don't do it, to hear what you think is too much.
Yeah.
Well, one of the I'm thinking of sorry. I'm thinking of evoking a former assassin.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. I mean, for one of them. So, okay, one of that I was like, whoa, that would make the white monk pretty evil, is if the white monk uh is like a serial killer.
Oh my.
Um,
But do
so
you know
that's
that though? That's the question. Or were you in the aftermath of where he could just as easily had plausible deniability?
oh true, yeah. Yeah, I guess I could make him less like concrete evil. There's still wiggle room. So there was I was like, oh, what if that? And then I was like, oh, but what if
What if
what if
that?
it's like uh one of those like sickness where he's like he goes crazy if there's blood and like goes into a blood rage. Anyway, I was just thinking of random things. And then the one with former assassin that would
Mhm.
make Jintong pretty evil is if Jintong um uh, well, actually, never mind. I was like, Jintong like trained him in some way, but I think that I'm probably less interested in that.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, but perhaps you don't know the length of breath. Although again, you have heard and you know that Sun Guan Yu has used your organization before.
Yeah,
Yeah. So.
yeah, I think the thing about former assassin is that I have to think about my secret role in an NPC's tragedy, and I'm always like, oh, what else can I do except murder their loved ones since they're not dead? So I didn't murder them, clearly.
Or if you want to make it really fun and interesting, which I'm perfectly happy to do, there's not only the Red Lanterns, of course, that are, the secret assassin or intelligence cults, but I mean, perhaps White Monk works for one of those other ones, and you killed their partner. Not their partner as in, spouse or anything like that, but somebody that they worked with.
Oh, yeah. Business rivals. Um, yeah, that's kind of interesting too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the white monk as an assassin. That's kind of fun. I think I will go with the first idea though, which is that there is that there's been a series of deaths that have been blamed on okay, attributed to the Red Lantern. Um and I think Jintong was either sent to investigate or has just kind of been investigating it. And then every time she goes there, she's always just a step too late. And then after after she investigates or after she's almost found out when she's trying to investigate, she would then run into the white monk.
I love it. I love it. He just happens to be there. Has that
Yeah.
enigmatic comfort of a sort. Maybe gives you a little piece of wisdom every now and again.
Yeah. I think that is also a thing.
Yeah.
Like he's always very calm.
Yes.
And so this is just Jintong's flashback to like the last case, quote unquote, that she investigated, where it was like, yeah, there's something about that scene that's also similar to this scene that I can't think of right now.
Yeah.
But
Because I'll tell you, I'll tell you what happens. Like, once you come out of that particular flashback, and maybe Soup and Yellow Shadow Hunter are still over by the back partition. I think outside of the window, as you come out of your flashback, I think you see like White Monk crossing like a small distance away from the window, and just at that moment, he turns his head and you lock eyes. Who's there again? Interesting.
inner conflict again.
Sorry.
No, I don't think it would be interesting to do inner conflict again.
No. I mean, but I'm saying it's just like I'm really riding that flow of the 4, okay?
Yeah, I'm going to rush outside. Basically to catch up to him.
Yeah, I don't think he really, does anything except for stepping out in the grounds, and then like, you see him turn to look at you. And it's almost like your eyes lock from such a great distance. But he waits. He waits and decides to, see you approach.
Yeah, it's like I take a few steps and then I run and then like just jump across the distance.
Yeah. And I think as he kind of looks like he waits, just that last second, he does that backwards leap back, and you see the flow of his white robes as he, like, does that hover / like, flying across into the forest behind, kind of leading you into the forest. It's not the bamboo grove again. It's just like kind of like the forested area.
Okay, I'll chase.
Okay. And then, yeah, he'll need you there, and like he doesn't take his eyes off of you as you are, going through. So, okay, so Soup, you're with the Yellow Shadow Hunter. Do you want to do anything else here at the Sun's School, or?
I'd like to go see Moo at some point, but
Okay.
I don't know when it fits with Moo, what Moo's doing. So maybe
I think-
after the scene with the stepmother, I don't know.
Well, I mean, we can fit that in however you like, because I imagine, like, the servants have gone in to do the cleanups, and Zheng is like, kind of overseeing that. Unless you want to talk to her, like, she'll just like kind of like, give you a nod, like acknowledging that you're continuing your investigation, Soup. And as you come out of the school, then maybe you'll see Gullible Moo, accompanied by River Glass, like coming out of the lane from the bamboo grove, headed to wherever you're headed.
Yeah, you good with that, Rod?
Which part?
No, as in we do a scene now, basically.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, okay. Then I think Soup is going to come to Moo and be like, how is Morningstorm? I heard that the poison is worse.
It is. I just don't understand. Uh, I just don't understand any of this. Um, I was going to see my stepmother to tell her to leave, um, so that she will not be in danger. Did you learn anything else?
No, why are you so ready to accept that your stepmother's presence here is a coincidence?
Oh, no, I was going to ask her why she was here. I cannot think of a reason. She seems to know May. Perhaps they were friends at some point.
Yes. I would like to talk to your stepmother as well.
Oh, okay. Yes. If you want to come with me in Riverglass, we will go talk with her.
Riverglass will at this point will kind of look at you, and maybe you notice Soup, maybe you don't. He looks a little bit torn as he offers this. If you will be talking with Mother Chow, perhaps I should go and watch over Morningstorm to make sure that there's no attempt on her life, if you are worried about such things. Shall I do that for you?
And I kind of like how that both Moo and Soup kind of have like this reaction to that of silence. But Moo will say, "Yes, that is a good idea. And it will be safer it will be safer in it will be safer in the estate um than here." And he kind of looks around the bamboo grove.
Yeah. And he will bound across the lawn, whatever, and then he will head over to the infirmary to take his place by Morningstorm's side. You know, so you two are now free to talk, and head over to where you saw stepmom go over to. I think it would be like mouse quarters, like when you're within the house itself on the estate, like one of those little row home things. You know, one of the cottages, villas, I don't know what they would call it on the estate. But yeah.
Can we do a comfort and support move before we
Absolutely.
travel there? Because we yeah.
I think soon as Riverglass leaves, I'm saying this right because I don't know if this in my head I don't know if the tone is comfort or support here. I think Soup is going to be like, "Moo, why aren't you with Morningstorm right now? How can you bear to leave her side at a time like this?"
He I can do nothing for her. I it it doesn't seem like she was the target. Um, it doesn't seem like she was the target of the attack. So I think she is safer there than the rest of us. Um,
No, you
I
are
want to.
so sorry. Go on. I thought
No,
you
go
were
ahead. Go ahead. Yeah. Uh, yes, I am worried for Mother Chow. I think. Um, I think I think I will can't be able to think better when the people I care about are safer. I know you can protect yourself, um, but I worry about, my elderly stepmother. Um,
She's not elderly, is she? Is she old?
she's not. I mean,
She
maybe
doesn't
maybe
look as old as yellow Shadowhunter's old picture was.
no, but I think Moo would definitely consider her an
Okay.
elder. Yeah.
Okay. I think it is not comforting to know that you seem to care more about your mother's well-being than your fiance. I'm sorry. This is just like I don't know why I'm doing this, but this is what I'm doing. I'm accusing you.
Okay.
Yeah.
To comfort and support.
No, I'm
This is like
absolutely not
anti-comforting,
comforting.
anti-supporting.
This is
Just like,
this
what's
is
going on?
yeah. This is
Confront and
not it.
attack. Yeah.
An attack. Yes.
Yeah, that's what
What
this
is
is.
going on? So by virtue of doing the opposite, you're doing the
No, maybe we'll get there. Have some
okay,
hope,
okay,
like,
okay,
you know?
okay.
Right
It's
now,
starting
no.
off confrontational. Got it. Okay.
Very, very confrontational.
Okay.
That's why when Rod was like, "Can we roll confrontation?" But I was like, "I'm not doing that." But yeah, so I was like, "Why are you so quick?" I'm saying, "Oh, so you care more about your mother than your stepmother than your fiance."
I I already failed helping protect Morningstorm, but I do not want to fail protecting mother child.
So you've already decided that you failed.
She
You are,
is sick, poisoned.
and who will find the antidote?
I was hoping you would do it. No, but we will find it.
No, no, no.
Um,
I will find it. Moo. Then I expect you to do the honorable thing and call off the betrothal, for you clearly do not love her.
um, are you saying that as someone who does?
Okay, in a conflict. It's just, why did you do this to me, Roy? Why did you just turn this around so fucking fast?
Look
on
now,
me?
you got confrontational right at the get. Oh my god.
Why did? Oh man.
What are you rolling with?
I was like, I was like, is this Moo's inner conflict? But like,
Well, I mean, I
he
don't know.
didn't seem conflicted. He seemed to be put together.
I might feel, yeah, like I might be feel like like maybe the secret's out.
Our
But I know
secrets
then
are.
I remembered, but then I remembered the reason for the the fake betrothal, which was you. So that's why I think he
It
turned it.
somebody's got to be rolling inner conflict because I mean, like Morningstorm is like in the middle of this, and she's unconscious. Oh my god.
Okay, I am going to okay. I theoretically, I'm not particularly interested in this, but I could see the previous interaction being hearts and minds, where I am trying to say that. But
Okay.
actually, I don't want to force Gullible move into this. Like, I'm not trying to make a move so that like he has to do what I say or mark and that's not at all what I was doing. So inner conflict is the thing. I'm going to roll that. I'm going to roll with I'm gonna roll with fire. No, I'm gonna.
I mean,
Uh,
I would call it as an inner conflict.
yeah.
But I mean, like, also too. I mean, if you're trying to, again, make it pressure mood to do a certain thing, it's hearts and minds. If you want to challenge him on this, it just
No. I
you know.
wasn't. I think if I wanted to make that a thing, I would have, but I did not.
Okay.
I've managed to, even with a +2, roll a 5. Okay, this is
What is
crazy.
what
It's
what
crazy.
is
Okay.
I'm
Like
don't know.
I rolled a 6 with a -1, and now I've rolled a 5 with the +2. I don't know what's happening here.
Your dice or your dice roller
Dice
doesn't like you.
roller. It's like, yeah.
It doesn't
what's
like you, man. This is obviously the suffering session. Okay, great.
Yeah, this is the suffering session.
Well, you
Wow.
definitely gotta mark that element for sure. God.
Damn. I was like really close to saying I want to roll with my like main element, but I did not.
You can't like for inner conflict. You cannot roll
Ah,
with your style element for sure.
okay, right.
Okay,
Okay,
which
cool.
one did you mark? You marked fire.
Fire, yeah.
Okay, so
Hey, you know what can help clear elements?
Yeah. The thing I wasn't doing. Nice, Agatha.
Yes. Yes. Thank you. Oh god. I mean, I guess because I've never seen it before, I almost want to see somebody fall unconscious or get like fall out of the scene because I'm marking all their elements. But please do comfort and support both of you for God's sake.
I'm happy. I mean, I don't know how you're going to make things. I'm happy to cut away or whatever. Like, I'm happy for Gullible Mo to punch me in the face. I don't mind.
I think it would also
No.
be extremely funny if halfway through trying to follow the white monk into the woods, Jintong just like the poison really acts up and Jintong just like loses control for a moment and then drops down
Oh shit!
onto like I don't know, I guess onto soup since you're the one that rolled a fail.
What? What? You mean in like a in like a uh I feel like this is what Gullible Mo has been waiting for. Like, yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah,
like
Gullible
like
Moose
Gullible Mo
plan.
fan fiction happening here. Like,
Yes, actually, you know what? I love that so much, and you guys can call me ridiculous, but I think it would be fitting because, oh my, yeah.
I mean, if y'all are actually down for it, but if you wanted to continue the scene, that's also fine. I was
no, I
just
think once I roll a 4, I'm happy to be or a 5 or whatever. I'm happy to be like, yeah,
Oh my God.
that's
Yeah, I
the
mean, it
end
would
of that
just,
scene. Like, yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I'm happy to do a comfort and support move because I can see you're in terrible turmoil. Obviously.
I mean,
Obsessive,
and
reckless.
yeah, I feel like once you ask me that and I fail that role, I'm either leaving the scene, like, I'm not. It can't work
Okay.
out for me. I would really like something like. I like the idea of Jintong falling. If Agatha wasn't interested in that Jintong White Monk scene, because it also derails that a little bit. So if she's not like, I'm okay with this, and you know,
Well,
um,
you mark the element, but I mean, with that fall, that very physical slash metaphysical fall, I want you to tell me what you do recklessly or say recklessly just before Jintong falls atop you like a sack of bricks.
oh, what do I do recklessly? Oh, I think okay, this is so dumb. This is so dumb, but I'm glad that I would only say this because it doesn't end. I think I was about to challenge Gullible Moo to a duel. Like, I was about to say, like, like when he says your true real feelings or whatever,
Yeah.
I was about to challenge him to a duel, and then like this Jintong thing like stops me from doing that, and
Yeah.
I am
Yeah.
very grateful.
Yeah. Maybe you
Thomas is
step
grateful.
back. Yeah, maybe you step back like as if you're getting ready to do a stance or something like that and pull out your weapon or whatever, but nope. Sack of potatoes, falling on your head. What are you wearing, Jintong? Because just want to describe like your
um
form tumbling out of the sky.
I think Jintong is no longer wearing the clothing that she used to wear, which it's not that the Red Lanterns Association have uniform that would be counterintuitive to
Right.
their employment opportunities.
Hmm.
So but she used to wear like maroon, and I think she wears like probably a lighter colored still pretty like form-fitting. It's not very flowy compared to maybe some other people's clothing. So it's just clearly very easy to move around in. Let's say it's like a navy sort of like form-fitting outfit.
And can I ask, what does Soup see that makes him think that you're not well, right? If the poison's acted enough to make you crash, like I think it should be like visible to Soup and Move right now that like at least for a second that you don't seem healthy.
Yeah. I think right before Jintong fell, she like her right arm. Wait, yeah, I think the poison was on her left arm. Her right arm like slams down on her arm, and then she's like very quickly trying to hit all the pressure points, but it's not. She doesn't do it in time, and so she starts. She just like her whole body seizes up and she falls. And I think what Soup and Moo see is that her she's still clutching her arm. Yeah, I think it's time for you two to probably be able to see this. So she's still clutching her arm, and she is like she has what I call like a concealer lips. So like her lips are the same color as her face. She just like completely her whole face is like completely drained color. Oh, but then and then she'll like cough a little bit, and then there's just like a slight bit of blood that is like seeping out of the corner of her lips.
Jintong, you're not well. What happened?
Are you saying this crushed under me?
You have to get underneath from a tangle of like navy robes and stuff first. Moo, you see this happening.
I run over. And I'll see she has been poisoned also.
Um, Gino will like cough a little bit more and then just wipe at the blood with the back of her hand and then slowly stand up. It's fine. What is the progress?
I think in the from somewhere up in the trees, you hear whispered / called. A reed cannot break when it is part of a bundle. And then the voice is gone.
This fucking white monk guy. I'm gonna slap him. I'm gonna slap this guy. Like, I'm just, oh god. Before the series gets over, I'm slapping. I wanted
That
to
is your
slap
wish.
Undaunted Zedong, but like now they're both on my list.
Your
Great.
slap list.
Soup,
Yeah.
Soup has a slap list.
You don't want to be on it, you know?
I'm sorry.
Yeah. I think
Actually,
I
Jinto is looking at Moo when she asked like what's the progress, because also she hasn't seen Moo in a bit, and
Right.
surely nothing has happened in the time between she last saw Soup and now.
Oh, surely nothing.
Morningstorm is still sick. But I spoke with Riverglass. He is watching over her.
Riverglass is watching over Morningstorm.
yes, instead of Moo.
Jinho looks at Moo like also maybe with a similar expression. Well, except maybe no, not as well, it a similarly intense expression to Soup, and looks at Moo. You Your betrothed is in dire danger, and you do not wish to watch over her?
I do, but I also don't want to watch her suffering when I can do nothing about it. I have to protect the sheep that I can. The ones the ones that are beyond my help. Uh, I endanger others if I concentrate on them. Ah,
I see.
my friends, listen to me. We we need to we need to stand together. That voice that we heard, he's telling the truth. We need to bundle up together, or whatever he said. We are they're whoever this killer is picking us off and separating us. We need we need to
It
come
is
back
not.
together. We came here together.
It is not, in fact, picking us off.
No?
It is only picking off those that are not us. I do not know why. Morningstorm. Excuse me. I do not know why Morningstorm was poisoned, but clearly that was not a part of the plan. Because she is not dead and not headless. But you have made a grave mistake. Mm. I hope you do not regret your decision today.
Here I am trying to comfort and support. And you people are not cooperating.
Listen, you do this thing. You do this thing. How do you expect either of our characters? Look, if Ray was here and you were interacting with Black Orchid would have been comforted and supported. But you are actively
Yeah.
hurting.
Yeah, we're a little fucked up little triangle right now.
The
So,
one character I see as family.
so out of character, I do have an idea for the solving the mystery. I don't
Oh,
know
yeah.
if we want to get more clues for that first.
We should,
or
because we only have it. We'd be rolling
have
on
six.
0 right now, right?
Yeah, we would. Yeah.
Right. I mean, can I swap my 10 for that then?
Oh.
What?
Oh.
Wait.
Oh.
I mean, there's no restriction on it, but I can see how that might be cheating. So it's up to you if you.
Sure. Basically, it's like you want to roll a study to get a clue, and then, just like call that the roll. Yeah, is that what you're planning
No,
on
I
doing?
think Rod is suggesting swapping excuse me, the revelation
Oh,
roll result
interesting.
for the 10.
Oh, wow. I feel like I need to if I was going to just do that outside of like the general rules, which I have been known to do, I require a price.
What an ominous thing to say.
Hey, I've done some ominous things in my past. I am not proud of it, but there you go. Um, but yeah, sorry.
So
So if we're going,
normally stuff like the moves like Revelation tend to say you can't mess with this in any way and stuff like that. So
okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
this
when
might be
yeah, let's just I'm just going to
feedback.
read it off. So when the heroes move to discuss the solution to a mystery, begin with a general review. Then in turn, each player chooses any clue and associates it with the facets of the mystery. Now, mind you, the one clue is already associated with a facet, so you can't use that one. It's already associated. They explain how the clue ties into that facet. Players may choose clues they did not uncover. As the process goes on, the players and the GM can talk about how these connect together. Once all the clues have been assigned or skipped, the table should review and confirm their solution. Okay, and this is also different from Carr from Brindlewood. Next, the player or the GM, if no one wants the burden, rolls. So, I like that idea because then it's like, even if you want to blame the GM, you can't because the randomization just makes it makes it easier for the dice to take the responsibility. Yeah. So this is again, this is a little different than what I'm used to, but we would go round the table, and then each person would pick a clue and associate it with a facet. Mind you, again,
Yeah.
as Agatha
There's
said,
the
we are rolling on a 0 because we have the same number of clues equal to the level of difficulty of this particular mystery.
Yeah,
So
this is the Apocalypse Keys version.
this
Though
is
I
Apocalypse
think,
Seas version. I like it. Yeah.
Mads, what Rod was saying was, well, anyway, well, was like replacing whatever the result is of the revelation roll with the
The
10.
10.
Yeah, so
Sure. I mean that.
is really
I
okay.
mean, I'm perfectly happy for him to use it that way. if he
Cool.
wants.
I mean, let's solve this mystery right now. I'm okay with that. I think that
Yeah.
Yeah,
could be
let's do
fun.
it. Well,
Yeah, let's
well,
do it.
all of us, it's just like
But I would still require that the theory makes sense. It's like, when you put the things together, please God, like let it make sense. Whether you do
Yeah.
the solution that the 10 success, as the solution to this mystery, it's got to make sense. And whether you do it as a full-on role play or a narration, it's like it really should be something that we can picture as this. Yeah, that makes perfect, logical thing, sort of logical sense of like why this works. Sure.
I have an idea, but I don't think Moo would figure it out. I mean,
No. With the,
oh, okay.
Yeah.
well, I mean, again, we are not doing this in
Yeah.
character. Just
Yeah.
like
Okay.
Car from Brindlewood, it is like freewheeling discussion.
Right.
I'm considering it a freewheeling discussion outside of the narrative.
All right. Can
So
um
let's start with you, Rod. It's like, take one of the clues and associate it
facets.
with a facet. Let me review the clues for the recording, okay? So we
Alright.
have a jug of fine vintage replaced with some common drink, poisoned koi, a threatening note suggesting the blackmail, discussion of Moo's parentage, a missing display weapon, and footprints along a ceiling beam, which is already associated with the first facet, which is the faked murder of Sun Guan Yu. And then another facet is the real reason Sun Guan Yu called this party. And the last facet is the death of Lan Wuxian and the fall of the Greenleaf Society. So, yes, Rod, go ahead and pick a clue and associate it with one of those facets.
Alright.
Or did you have an overall idea, or was it just
I
for a
did.
specific thing?
Okay.
I
Oh,
had an
well,
overall idea.
all right. Well, let's hear the
Can I
overall
pitch?
idea, and then we can start doing the pick
All
and
right.
placing clues.
yeah, sure.
Hopefully, it works.
Yeah, I don't think this has anything to do with the anniversary of the death of the rival or anything like that. I think Sun Guan Yu, um, having fallen on hard times, um, is in debt to the Red Lantern Society, and they have called in a favor. And this is actually about Jintong and Riverglass, and that they know about your plans to leave or attempts to leave, and um, this is punishment by attacking the people that are around you, which is us. Um, and yeah, so this is not about the Sun family at all. I think it's well, I mean, they're just a tool against Jintong and Riverglass.
That's kind of interesting, though. Like, who are the people that died, though? The two, like, those are not.
Oh, I mean, the Red Lanterns can get bodies, but if you want
But
to tie them
mm,
more
right,
closely, that's fine. Uh,
I think that's
oh,
a very interesting idea. Oh, go ahead.
yeah, I mean,
I have
yeah,
something that can support that if that's the one that you guys want to run with. But again, have to figure out how the other clues like actually work. So my
I th
supporting evidence would be, and again, only if we're gonna follow this track, is the concealed coffins. Don't remember if don't remember if there was any bodies
You said
in
they
them.
were empty.
It said they were empty, but then like once they got to the sun estate, no telling if like some people managed to get some bodies snuck into them. You don't know where those
Right.
coffins are right now, so
Okay. I think I'm interested in the starting point of this idea. I think that Sun Guanyu definitely what I want is so the footprints along the ceiling beam and the fake murder of Sun Guanyu. What I'm thinking, not what I want, is that he is trying to fake his own death so that he can so he's going along with this plan so that he can then also fake his own death and then run away from his debts and start anew somewhere else. It's not just that he has been accumulating a lot of um excuse me, a lot of debts, like monetary wise, but also he
favors.
has and or favors, but he also has um perhaps accumulated quite a few enemies. And so like the water is getting hot and he needs to escape. And so I the clue that I would want to associate with the real reason Swing Guan called the party is poison koi. Um, because what I'm going to say is that he actually planned on killing everyone here so that there would be no witnesses. And he was testing it out with the koi.
Nice. Okay.
So
All right, so that's associated with the real reason.
yeah.
Okay.
What do
Okay.
y'all think, though? Like, Thomas, what do you think?
Yeah, so I agree that but the best thing, the thing that got me most excited about what Rod said was when Rod, you were like, Sun Guangyu is is faking his own death to escape
Mm-hmm.
debts, and especially even from the Red Lantern Society. I like that a lot. Like if like the Red Lantern Society being one of the people he owes debts to, like because I'm thinking about also like in this martial arts world, right? Like if you owe like financial debts, uh, like the problem is you are such a strong martial artist that nobody can really mess with you still. Like it's still there, right? Like that's like the sense I get from Sun Guan Yu is that like if he's borrowed money from some merchants or whatever, like they can't do anything to him. But when he's in danger of mess, because he's like we said, he's used the red lanterns before and stuff like that. If he's not paid them, like that is genuinely scary, right? Like that he will fake his own debt to escape that. um the idea of killing everybody to me is a bit weird because I really want the four coffins to mean something. I want it to be like he wanted to kill four people.
Oh,
uh
sure, yeah.
yeah, so I would really like that to make sense. So I would still like it to be like his plan was four people dying.
So it's basically the four people that he wishes to escape with him. Or maybe it's
uh,
him
yeah.
and his adopted son, and then two people who will actually die.
so
One of
i
which,
so I have a I have a thing about his adopted son, right?
Okay.
or sorry, not
um
adopted son, I guess just son. Wait, I don't remember.
son with parentage question mark, right? Like that's what the description says. Like, there are
Oh,
rumors.
uh,
Well, I mean, like, okay, so
Charles.
so
sorry, are we talking about the same thing?
well, hold on, because I mean, I still want to follow like how it's laid out in Numberless Secrets. So, poison koi, I mean, like it was a test to see how well
Yeah.
the stuff worked. So that can be associated with the real reason son wanted to call this party. Okay, so killing
Yeah.
somebody off, whether it be four people or everybody, it doesn't matter. I mean, like the test was done. So Thomas, what clue of this do you want to support one of the facets?
um I'm okay. Okay. uh this is my big swing, right?
Okay.
uh the threatening note suggesting blackmail
Mm-hmm.
is from his son Sun Yang to Sun Guanyu. And Sun Guanyu did really kill his son. Like the body, the second body we found is actually Sun Yang's body, and Sun Guanyu has killed him.
Oh.
So it's not that he wanted to escape with 3 other people. Like he wants to kill 3 other people, but and escape himself. Like, so there's only one body that was meant to be like fake, right? Like,
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
That
So
works.
threatening note goes with fake
okay, so
murder?
yes. No. The threatening note actually goes with the last one.
Oh, okay.
The death of Lan Wushan.
Okay.
And the fall of the Green Leaf Society. Because Sun Yang is actually the son of Lan Wushan.
Oh, so you're saying Yang is the actual.
Yeah. It's when Sun Guanyu had Lan Wushan like killed, Sun Yang was a baby, and Sun Guanyu like took this baby and it's been like raising him, and Sun
Yeah.
Yang finds out and then blackmails the father, and Sun Guanyu is like nobody. So
we're saying that the party itself was a blind?
no, I think I would really like us to figure out the 2 other people who he wanted to kill to put in those other 2 coffins. Like I think that's something that I personally I'm going to try to point at, be like,
Okay,
he's planning to kill this person and this person, like, the other option, of course, if we don't like that Sun Yang was Lan Wushan's son, is that Gullible was Lan Wushan's son. But that is for Rod to be like, because there is a clue called discussion of Moose parentage, so it has to come up somewhere. But like
I'm curious, Rod, what idea you have for that discussion of Moose parentage.
So I mean, I don't know if I want to go with the obvious choice of having him be Lan Wushan's son.
Do you want to be Sun Guanyu's son?
yes. Oh man.
Maybe that's why the stepmother's here.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, again, stepmother, but I mean, like, she knows the truth, and maybe she's finally, like, I don't know, like, discussing the value of doing this with Mao. I mean, I don't know.
No. Actually, we should be finding a mother, right?
Yeah.
Mao.
Oh.
Yeah. That, I mean, like, are we?
You were told that your mother died.
Okay.
No, did you know your mom? Like, I assume that you knew your mom.
I don't think we ever established that. I assumed we did, but it could be different if it makes sense.
No. So the question is, like, were you raised by your birth mother for many years and then she died and then your dad remarried your stepmother? Because I'm thinking about how does the stepmother know, right? And if it's like if your father is actually your real father, then he can tell your stepmother who the real mother is. You know what I mean? Like, does that make sense?
What if we know that Mao and Sun Guanyu were a couple. They could be my parents. Chow could have delivered me to my adoptive parents that I thought were birth parents.
Oh.
Wow. So they just
shit. You're that heir.
Oh no.
You're that heir.
You're a secret heir. So if
oh shit.
If Sun Jiang dies, could you take over this thing? I don't know.
Oh my god. I love it. But I mean,
I love that so much.
Do we want to put that under the real reason? Under one of the real reasons?
Yeah, so we could say that Sun Guanyu was planning to kill Sun Zheng, his daughter.
Oh,
have me inherit because he thought he could control me a
Yep.
lot easier and get his money back that way.
Yep.
Oh, that's so good. He wanted to hide but still control, and he was like, this kid,
Right.
damn.
Right, so
So
he
this
disappears. He disappears under his own witness protection program, and then he's got, like, the placeholder. He's got Gullible Moo in the seat.
Oh my gosh.
Oh God!
Puppet leader.
You know what this means, right? This
What?
means that's early scene when Gullible Moo stood up and was like, I'm not Lan Wushan's son. Sun
You was
Guanyu
right!
looked him in the eye and was like, why is
I
this
know.
Oh God! So good. That was that was like so serendipitous. It's so cool. Okay, we have
Rod
two.
is playing 4D, like he's
4D chess. I'm still on the pixelated screen here. Okay. We have 2 more clues left, but there has been at least 1 clue associated with every one of the facets that we've mentioned so far. So where do we want to put these last 2 clues?
So if I can just say, jug of fine vintage replaced with common drink is very obviously sign of like debts, right? So if we can just attach that to the faked murder of Sun Guanyu.
No problem.
Yeah, that's easy. Yeah. Missing display weapon? Anybody ideas for that?
Okay, hold on. Let me get this straight. Sun Yang is actually the son of Lan Wuxian, who was who was killed by Sun Guanyu.
Yeah.
I feel like this has to be a confrontation between Sun Yang and Sun Guanyu. Like Sun Yang, I wonder if it's that Sun Yang was suspicious about something and then like came back and then like ran into Sun Guanyu, and Sun Guanyu immediately like was like, well, okay, this is time to have you killed, as in I will kill you now. And then Sun Yang in his panic like grabbed the display weapon.
And he's no match for his dad, right? So
no, of course not, because Sun Guanyu never raised
or is not
him
dad. Yeah.
to be even I guess passable in terms of skill. And I feel like Sun Yang must have left some kind of mark on the display weapon so that Sun Guanyu couldn't just clean it and put it back.
Yeah,
and he had to take it with him.
Right. And that's why there was no lion, because it's like, Sun Guanyu was like running things from the very beginning.
Oh, he took his lion with him because he couldn't. He loves that lion. He just...
Yeah, that lion's safe.
Everyone else
safe
can
somewhere.
die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not his not his baby boo. Yeah.
Not his baby boo. Yeah, no. So that lion is safe somewhere, guarding something, but
Ooh.
in luxury somewhere.
So I have this idea for like this display weapon thing. I want to yes and what Agatha just said.
Okay.
Because we were like Sun Yang used it against Sun Guanyu and then it was like there was a mark on it or something. What if Sun Guanyu's like special technique is like sword breaker or something, like where like like he can basically like destroy weapons with his bare hands, right? So like when Sun Yang tried to use it against him, like he just like broke this weapon.
Oh,
so that's
yeah. Yep. That makes some sense to me. So yeah, I mean, like, for the even split of clues under the faked murder, I have footprints and the jug of common drink. The real reason for Sun Guanyu calling this party, poisoned koi to test out the thing, as well as the Gullible Moo parentage discussion. And then under the death of Lan Wushan is the blackmail letter and the missing display weapon. So
I have one more question. I want to know who the 4th person that he was going to kill was. It's him, son, daughter. That's all locked in. Who's number 4? Like,
Mao.
it can just be anybody.
I think Mao, because she knows the truth.
I think Mao was going to be next.
Wow, that's cold.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Thank you so much. What a gift.
Yeah. Mouse.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I was actually like
Yikes.
that was actually my thought, like, like, oh my God, if I have to come up with another murder. I couldn't have it be like Undaunted Zheng. It was like, that would be too easy, and like it would make
we
Thomas
would be
happy.
happy. Yeah.
Like, I could do that.
You
Could
can
not
go
do
and
that.
slap his corpse.
Oh my God, he would. I bet you he would.
Oh, sorry, not his. Their corpse.
Their corpse. Yeah, sorry. Oh God. Yep. But yeah. So no, I mean. Okay. So do we want to see what the roll would be if we didn't have that handy 10 to float on it?
Yeah, Rod, you want to roll?
Sure. Do I roll that with a element?
No.
No, you
Or
don't.
flat.
We
No, just flat.
so we
flat.
roll it like plus it's plus the number of clues minus the complexity number.
Gotcha. All right. Cool.
But
All
that's
right.
yeah, that would be 0 because we don't have any extra clues.
I would have been a 3.
Okay, so thank goodness it's just.
No.
Oi. I mean, thank God. Thank God it's a.
Yeah.
Thank God it's a 10.
This is the complicated thing with this system, right? Like after talking for 25 minutes to roll a 3 would have been annoying.
Well, I mean, like, if I was, if this was a card from Brindlewood game, it would be either a, one of those saving grace moves to try and
On a
No, I
6
can get-
minus, the solution is incorrect and the keeper reacts.
yeah.
Yeah. So incorrect could mean slightly incorrect. That's how I always salvage.
Oh yeah.
this
Because
Yeah.
what I
Just
normally
like
do
chain.
for fails
Same.
like that, and they don't want to they don't want to use a mask or a crown or whatever, then I usually tell them it's like, okay, fine, then it is completely correct. I make a serious ass move against you, somebody dies, and you have to go back and get one more clue to add to the clues that you have to rework your theory about what the hell's going on.
Can we mark a shadow for this? For revelation? Is that a thing?
Not in this game though. I mean, like shadow, you're only supposed to use if you fail on a study. I think.
Oh,
I believe that is the
interesting.
case.
Yeah, we checked. Yeah, we checked.
Yeah.
It's. I think shadows are there so that you can always get a clue if you want one. You know what I mean? I think that's the.
Right.
Yes,
the-
shadows
the-
offer a flashback mechanic which players can narrate to raise their level of success with study. So, yeah, that's how it differs from Brindlewood Bay or the Between, because we can't use shadows, which I would love, but it's fine. I mean, I like the idea of if you didn't have the one move, which again I'm allowing, which maybe nobody else will. I don't care. I am a softy GM. We run with this. Or, I mean, if you really do want to punish yourselves after so much punishment this episode, holy crap! How many 4s, 5s, 6s?
I'd like to
Jeez.
save Morningstorm, so I don't mind.
Yeah.
I don't mind solving the mystery.
Yeah.
So
Rod, yeah, how did it work out? Like, how
how
did
do
you
we end
figure
this so that how do we end this so that there's a big fight?
Well, you have to flush Sun Guan Yu out of wherever he's hiding to prove that this is the plan.
Right.
know?
So with the 10, does that mean that we are able to flush him out?
Okay, I have an idea, which is that we're on the way to see Gullible Moo's stepmother, right? Who is with Mao Cheng. So
Yeah.
what if, like, when we go there, we can catch Sun Guanyu in the act of trying to kill Mao Cheng? That's the confrontation, right? Like, we're
I
there.
love it. I
Yeah.
love it. Yes. So, and regardless, I mean, like you've solved the murder,
Yeah.
so that is not in question. How well you get out of this kind of crap, that will be determined by your duels and all that kind of stuff, I would imagine,
Yeah.
right? So,
Yeah.
you are right, but now, oof, how do you bring justice to this situation? That's my question. And do you cure Morningstorm? That's the other question. I don't know. Oof, 3 more conditions. Yeah, I know. I mean, like,
It's
he's
fine.
not feeling too good. He's not
It's
feeling
fine.
too good.
It's
Okay.
fine.
Oh, soup.
You haven't seen my 8 steps of the ghost technique. Come
Oh, it's
on.
true.
But
Yeah, let's get some let's get some
What does that look like, huh?
Okay. So
It'd
yes,
be
I
so
like
funny if I just pass out and then 5 minutes of this fight. Uh,
maybe what if that's part of it though? You
yeah.
have to bring yourself to the point of being on the brink, and then that's how you become your ghosty self. I don't know.
Okay, so what exactly is the situation? So we
So the
all
sitch, the
like
sitch is you all head over to to see where stepmother Chow is, and then maybe she's talking with Mao Ching, and I mean, if you want to have like some kind of like what the hell's going on, stepmom, you can if you want, but I think we come up to the situation where there's a problem because Sun Guan Yu is like impatient to get this done and over with and make sure that he marks every evidence of business away. Like
okay,
maybe this is where stepmom is about to tell you, Gullible Moo, exactly whose child you are, and nope, can't have that happen.
okay, so I think it would be fun to like tie up the end of our like discussion and theorizing
Hmm.
vignette with like a where we all three of us look at each other and then we say Mao Qing, and then we all like rush towards wherever she is, and then we see the two in dialogue, and then and I mean, Moo, did you want to like ask any question or like have that moment where before stepmom answers, then she gets interrupted, or
Yeah, I like the interruption, and I'm gonna I think I'm gonna pitch for a Darth Vader Luke moment.
Oh, she's about to answer instead Sun Guan Yu answers. Like,
Right. Or
Uh,
yeah, at some point. I mean, yeah. Yeah, I like that actually.
you were just pitching for a moment in the future during the fight. That also makes sense. Sorry, I
Oh,
thought you were
no,
like,
it
it
has to be the
happens now.
fight. It has to be during the fight for
Okay.
sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
okay,
Uh,
so oh no, go ahead.
no. I'm so if we're there, we are 20 minutes from end the session. Shall we stop here on the cliffhanger and do this next week, or do we want to keep going?
I mean, if it's a matter of a couple of rolls and then, narration, I'm perfectly happy with that. Although it's like, knowing this crew and like what as dramatic as we love to be, I mean, I'm happy to also push that to the very first thing. We're yeah, we're just gonna go right into
No,
the into the fighting
so
montage for next time.
so the thing is, like, if Song Yu is on a higher scale than us, then it becomes slightly more involved, right? Like
Yeah.
then like one or
Yeah,
two
he's
roles,
he's
like
definitely more skilled. I mean, again, was the head of one of the groups in the Verdant Sword Alliance. So, I mean, you would be at this moment um, outmatched, but again, I mean, like the dice rolls would also like will out and see how well you guys do. So, and again, I mean, like as softy as I am, I will even allow for next time as well. If we want to like rewind just a little bit and have actually people do some comforting and supporting, we can before the big fight. So, we could do that as well.
yeah, maybe I apologize to Moo.
Really?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know. Like I can see that if we have had this brainstorming session like that, like gets me into analytical mode or whatever. And like once I get into like analytical mode, like Moo saying like I can't do anything for her, but I want to go protect my stepmom. Like I'm like, okay, like whatever, like I can see, I might apologize for almost calling a duel over that, which was not justified. Like, because the real thing I should have done is just accept that, like, I do have feelings for Morning, so I just tell you about it, instead of getting annoyed and challenging you to a duel or whatever. So I can see it happening, but I'm also very happy to go into this fight with 3 conditions, because I think it would be very funny if I just, like, if my 8 steps of the ghost technique does not work.
Oh my God, Soup!
I mean, it would work because you have water unmarked. But
Yeah.
I can see Jintong comforting and supporting Soup by giving them a clap on the back.
Wow, Agatha. What is this macho? What is this poor excuse for comfort and support? What is this?
Hey, take that to the Red Lanterns Association.
This was all we were allowed to do. You don't understand.
Which is bullshit, because I mean, like, she had like that big discussion with River Glass, which is like, amazing. So she can't take you seriously, though. I feel like that's part of the thing. Is like, Jintong is like, oh, Soup, you know.
Okay, you know how Jintong can support me right now is if she tells me something, because she knows the truth about Moo and Morningstorm, right?
Oh.
If
Okay.
Maybe
you reveal
Move
the
goes on
secret,
ahead, perhaps,
if you reveal
But
that secret,
Morningstorm asked me, though, to keep it a secret.
yeah, do you
Actually,
care?
no. I think that's actually very interesting, because I'm like, Morningstorm might die. And okay, that's very interesting. So I think then it's like, I don't know when this would be, because it seemed like a bit of a time crunch once we figured it out. But I think, like, maybe while we were discussing this, like, the details of the case, Jintong will pull Soup aside. I wish to speak to you.
What is it?
And, like, hopefully far enough away from Mu that it would, like, one wouldn't assume that Mu would be able to hear. But Rod, of course, if you want Mu to be able to hear, that's fine too. The relationship between Morningstorm and Mu is not real.
What does that mean? Why would he lie to me?
She asked him to.
I think I see a flaw in this, which is that if you're going to come first support me, I'm going to unmark a condition, and then I have to deal with the fact that I now think that she does not, like, return my feelings, and so was, like, pretending to be in this relationship just to get away from me, which is, like, heartbreaking, right? Like, genuinely, like, that is like,
I
so
mean,
can
if you look heartbroken,
Yeah.
maybe Tito will actually give you a hug.
Get the hug! Get the hug!
Yes, hug. Yeah, I feel that would
Upgrade
comfort
from
that.
the clap on the back.
This is such an upgrade. I'm glad we put in the work to get here. I would like to roll that move now. I think I am now. Yeah.
Well,
And then
wait,
no.
I'm comforting and supporting you.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. In the sense, I would like you to roll.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
He wants that hug. He wants that hug.
I want the
Oh.
I want this hug locked in.
Oh no. What am I?
Get new dice.
I feel like this is wood.
No. Come on.
Oh my God, why would you do this to me?
Well, because it's patience.
I think-
I'm being patient by giving you a hug.
Never been more insulted in my life.
I don't know. Let's see. Well, it can't be water, which I think is the best one.
No, I'm really happy for it to be wood. Please mess up the role. Like I will.
Okay, well.
Because even if the mechanic stuff doesn't happen, the fiction happened, then I can go apologize to Moo and support him.
Okay, I rolled a with the -1, it's a 6, but I'm going to bump it up.
Nice. Nice.
With my bond with you.
Oh.
Perfect.
With
Perfect.
Soup, the
So
well-meaning.
I will choose to clear the condition.
Which element?
Uh let me just clear my best one. I'm just gonna clear fire. And yeah.
Okay,
Uh
I kind of want to see this moment though, so I say that, and then how do you respond?
oh, so you say that and then you give me a hug.
No, I say that, and then like, I mean, obviously I'm looking at how you're processing.
I think yeah, when I realized that Morningstorm is asked Moo to be in this fake relationship, basically made my friend lie to me, which like made me go and like attack him and like like question him and say all those me almost challenge him to a duel, all because she doesn't like me. Like, and it was like yeah, just to get away from me. That's really heartbreaking. So I think Soup shuts down for the first time that you have seen him recently. So it's been like all smiles, ha ha ha, on detective mode, which is still like, you know, uh, animated or whatever. But this is just like quiet. To some extent, we might see him looking like how Jintong looks all the time a little bit, like just like hiding his feelings and just receding. So she might see a mirror in that moment.
Yeah, and Jintong sees that, and then there's a hesitation, but then she reaches out and then pulls him into a hug.
Wow. Wow. What a moment. What a moment. I don't say anything. Um,
Yeah,
and then like
and
after
then
a while, I think I say, thank you.
I will let go and nod back to the case.
You fly away, I run. Just-
Yeah.
Okay. Then I think I would like to I'd like to roll to talk to Raj. I
Yeah.
mean to talk to Moo. Uh I think like again, like, maybe this is after the case, just before, like after all that discussion, just before we go talk to your stepmother. I think I stop Moo and I say, I'm sorry for everything that I said, uh, Ren Muyang. You are uh, an honorable man and a gentleman, and I have much to learn from
Oh. Um, I mean, I'm comforting, supporting you back. I, I, you don't need to apologize. I, I didn't know that, I didn't know that you had feelings for Morningstar. Um, normally I am not one to notice things, but some things are so evident. Um, and just out of character, I'll be changing my entanglement to trying to help you get together with Morningstorm after this. Um,
Wait, question. Did you hear the conversation? Or
I
did you see any part of this?
I
I
mean,
mean,
I
the
was
interesting part would be like,
The
like
hug.
seeing Jintong hug Soup. It's like, what?
Yeah, yeah. Rod, I would prefer it if you didn't go down the path of like, I know that you like, because you already knew I liked her.
okay.
That's why she's hiding from me, right? Like, so it's not that you were like, you just didn't like, you know that it's not reciprocated, so you would not try to make it happen, is what I think Moo
Got you.
should do, right? Like, Morningstorm still doesn't reciprocate, so I think we shouldn't go down that path. Yeah,
Okay, that makes sense.
yeah.
Um, but I mean, the thing is that he thought you weren't serious about your affections.
And I
But if
think you
he
should
thinks,
still think that.
okay, you want, okay, that's fine.
In, in a sense, I don't think I've done anything to change that, right? Like, we haven't had. Did we have that? Did you see that?
I
Mm,
saw it in that you were serious about Moo protecting her, and that she was obviously important to you.
uh, that's good. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, then I do. But like, what would you say to this whole thing? Like, if she doesn't reciprocate, then what? It.
Well, she doesn't reciprocate because she doesn't know either that you care for her on that level.
Good. Okay, okay. You're
Remember, she
saving
thinks
this.
that you're
I
being
was,
like being kind of creepy. I mean,
yeah, I was like, I'm going to rewrite my entanglement as well, and like, we're going to ditch this Morningstorm thing. But if you're like, if you want to do that, I'm okay with that. Yeah.
And as far as seeing the hug and everything, I mean, I was all ready for Moo to jump in and do a group hug thing, but no, I think yeah, I think he
Wait, that
sees
would
it.
be so funny.
Oh, you want
Yeah.
to do that? You can
Can
jump
we
in at
do
the end.
that?
Because yeah, the moment you jump in, it's the moment that like pulls away, like with
Yes.
wireworks kind of speed.
it's like, oh my god. Okay. I mean,
So
how
good.
funny is that though? Because like I see that perfectly as the close of the episode, because then it's
Yeah.
like you're going to be going to to check on the purported last target, as well as
Yeah.
talking with
Yeah.
stepmother Chow.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's where that's a good
Can
place
we
to land.
just roll the comfort and support between me
Yes,
and
please. Yes.
uh so Rod, I think this is me rolling, but I'm happy for it to be like
No, yeah, that's
You
true.
we
can
I don't
roll
both
know what.
have
first.
we both have two. No, I don't think we can both rolls. It's just that if I roll a 10 plus, then I can also heal, or you should roll and then see the question is like who one of us will roll and the dice will decide whether one of us heals or both of us heal. You know what I mean?
Okay. You,
So do you
you
want to roll or should I?
go ahead. Yeah,
Okay,
go ahead.
okay. So which means that yeah, which I'm very happy to do because it means that more likely that you will get to recover.
Okay.
We both do. Amazing. Fantastic. See, the dice are now on our side. So uh
Nice.
bond or clear an element. I'm not going to clear an element. I think I'm going to give you a bond, actually.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. I think I'm so you can note that bond down. Um, I mean, it's actually I mean, this is the thing, right? Like when you give someone a bond, you're actually saying you can help me later. It's
yes, yes, true, yes, true. Okay, and then so Rod, are you going to do a bond or uh, clear an element?
Um, I think I do want to clear. Gosh.
We're gonna be going into battle. Whatever you think that you can pull off.
I'm gonna clear my earth, my focus, because now we're grounded again.
Okay.
And I do want to comfort and support you though as well.
Yeah, so that one move covered both of us is what I'm trying to say. Like it's because I rolled a 10, I had the option to clear an element
Mm,
as well. So I chose not to. Instead, I gave you the bond.
all right.
Uh,
So
Thomas
so
I
wants
mean,
to have Soup go in precariously.
okay,
no,
all
I would
right,
like to go in with two elements. Like I had the full option, right? Like I'm not taking it, is what I'm trying to say.
okay, gotcha. All
Yeah,
right,
yeah, yeah.
cool.
Okay. I mean, if you can stay for a round of, oh wait, we have to still do the entanglement stuff. Okay, so yes, your opportunity to change your entanglements and whatever, but again, whatever you did engage with, highly 2 XP. Whatever you were kind of like touched upon, 1 XP, and then if you didn't engage with that particular entanglement, then no XP. Okay, so end of session stuff. Rod, you should have an advancement, right? Because you got up to 8
Yeah,
XP already.
yeah.
So
I'll think about it.
yeah, going
I'll
into this
post it.
going into this battle, like think
Oh,
hard.
cool. I mean, I feel like I hit both entanglements pretty hard. Is,
Yes,
is that I don't
yes.
get 2 for both, right? I mean, I would
No,
just get 2
it's
in
which
one.
one do you think like you did more? You know, more. You highlighted more.
Uh, Probably Morning Storm and Soup by the end of it.
Okay, so
But
two,
yeah,
2 for that, and then 1 for the other one.
yeah. I mean, I hit River
That was
Glass was
that was that. Let's put it this way: because of the miss, I would have said that that is the lesser of the 2 because
okay.
just such misunderstanding. Okay,
Right.
Jintong, looking at your entanglements.
I mean, I barely interacted with the white monk. So I don't know if that counts.
You did struggle with it though. I think
You did because
undoubtedly.
it wasn't even
Oh, yeah, I did.
just dealing with the white monk themselves. It was also because of that flashback and then hearing about the white monk being with Yellow Shadow Hunter. You know, you had
Oh, yeah,
some.
that's true. No,
Yes.
yeah, I'll take 2 XP for that, and then the river glass and Moo one. I'll take 1 for it because I called Moo out in a very roundabout way. So
You
Yeah.
did. You did. That's fine. Soup.
Yeah, I'm gonna take 2 for the Morning Storm one, and I'm going to take 1 for the Jintong one because I brought that up in a scene, and
Oh yeah.
tried to go there, and then I had to run away. I think both of those times I rolled. With Moo I rolled. So I actually got 5 XP this session, twice for rolling. Whatchamacallit,
Inner conflict.
inner conflict, and like
Mhm.
3 for the entanglement. So yeah. So
God.
I also taking an advance, and
Okay.
I'm thinking I might take one that lets me be good with poisons or something like that, or like there's a move in
Five
another
deadly
playbook or
venoms.
yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, like, if anything, and I'm just gonna just like, say this out loud now.
Yeah.
I mean, like, not only would we have like maybe the the Darth Vader moment maybe, but also the whole like, give us the antidote. We need the antidote for our
Yeah.
friend. That sort
Yeah.
of thing. So, does it happen? Who knows?
okay, I haven't edited the sheet enough where you can just pull over any move from any playbook, so you're gonna have to copy and paste.
Yeah.
I'll somehow manage it.
Okay.
All the moves are in the data tab.
Nice. Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. So, if you can stay for a few minutes, like, just do like a quick stars and wishes,
Yeah, I'd love
that would be
to.
great. Stars first. So much heart in this particular episode and so much humor. God dang it. And I don't understand these dice rolls. 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s, and just and also well, I mean, this sounds weird, but I mean, like, stars to all of you for willing to be taking the misses, to taking the consequences, and just like, sorting out your feelings, which is obviously a lot. Oh my gosh. And then just
Start.
that revelation too. I just want to say like that whole revelation
Ooh,
thing
yeah.
of like how you were working out like what the solution was awesome.
Start to the moment where Rod was like, I'm trying to do comfort and support here. You're not helping. It
No.
was so funny.
It was so good.
No, I had to call out Agatha's joke in chat. It's like Soup calling Moo an asshole. Am I helping or am I supporting?
Yes.
Fucking
God.
didn't miss.
Oh, so good.
Oh God.
Started the chat. Started the chat.
Yeah. But also, yeah, just another star to Rod. I really liked that whole scene between Moo and Riverglass. The suffering. I mean, Jintong's not impressed, but I like it. And then, of course, star to Thomas for that last scene between Soup and Jintong. I thought that was very cool. Like it basically gave us a glimpse of another side of both Soup and Jintong, so that was awesome.
Thank you. Uh, uh, Star to Mads for giving us that 10 on Revelation. That was good. You know, I'm so glad you did it because when Rod said let's solve the mystery, I was like, ooh, it feels so early, and then it worked out so well. I'm so glad we did it. So started Rod as well, I guess, but like started everybody for playing along at that moment. I think we got to somewhere good. I really enjoyed discussing the mystery with everybody. Um, yeah, yeah, I loved Gullible Moo like crying in front of River Glass. That was so good. Um, I uh, star an apology to Agatha for saying for that whole yellow shadow hunter and white monk thing. I was like, is this good or is this bad? But I think uh yeah, I Thomas is trying to obviously, get Jintong and Black Orchid together, so is destroying any relationships that come in their way.
Wow.
Amazing.
Wow.
Jesus.
What an evil mastermind. Using the mechanics to achieve your goals? How dare you, Thomas?
How dare you?
Uh,
Ah.
yeah, but yeah, Star for not patting me on the back and instead giving me a hug. I like that also. But yeah, generally that first scene with Jintong was so good. I really enjoyed that so much. Uh, every time someone makes me roll in a conflict, it is like the best moment. So yeah, thank you so much. Such a great session. Honestly, one of the best sessions I've had in a long time. So fun, so fun.
Yeah, this was an amazing session. I really thank you for everyone's stars. I love the moment with I love both the discussion with Soup and Jintong in the beginning, with the entrancing Sun Zheng and all that, and the jokes and talking about their future, and how he got Jintong to smile, um, and then at the end, with the hug, that whole conversation, uh, between the two of you, and then Wu joining in later, was awesome. And I love the uh Tom the moment with Soup and Moo, regarding Morning Storm. That was a lot of fun with the inner conflicts and all. And Mads, thank you for corralling us. I love the scene also with River Glass. I'm so glad you gave that to us in the bamboo grove. That was awesome. So yeah, thanks for everyone. Looking forward to next time.
Any particular wishes besides the Darth Vader scene and like, will you or won't you get that antidote for Morningstorm's poison, particular poison?
Yeah, I need to have a scene between Jintong and Mu. I
Yep.
think uh it's been building up to this point.
Especially because of what you heard him do. This, I could picture the look on your face when you were saying you left Morning Storm with River Glass, and I was just like, oh my god.
Yeah, I hope you don't regret this
I hope
action.
yeah, I could just totally see your face, and it was just like brilliant, so brilliant. So star, definitely star for that, for sure. So, but okay, for sure. Any other
I
wishes?
have a wish for our so so I mean are we doomed to fail since he's a higher scale than we are? At least
No,
in the first fight? No, not necessarily.
Yeah, yeah.
no.
In the
Uh
beginning of the fight, we have to lose, but we just
okay.
have to like discover his weaknesses and unlock some secret techniques and stuff. I don't know. I've never done it before, but like that's what the rules say. Yeah.
I guess I guess my wish then would be like some that we have like a really cool setting to have the fight in.
Mm.
I'm not sure what that would be, or we could discuss that paint the scene later. But that's something picturesque and cinematic.
Mhm. I have
Yeah,
a
the way
plan.
that I usually did it, in moments like this when the PCs did not study the opponent beforehand and then do new technique, what I tended to do, which I learned from LOL, was I would just get everyone to just say like, okay, everyone working together could even the scale
Mhm.
if everyone describes how you're working together. Something like that, you know?
Yeah.
But Matt, you can of course do however you wish.
No, that's usually how I do it, and especially if you are able to dovetail off of each other, like
Yeah.
describing like how you are, using your particular moves, your particular styles in
Mm.
a cooperative, collaborative fashion, right? So, like knowing that this person is going to beat you down unless you go in as a group, as a unit, right? So yeah, if I can get that description, for this, then I will say you will be evenly matched. Um, but again, dice will out. Please, please, please. I don't care what you have to do. Warm them up, make love to them. I don't care. Or get a new set of dice or a new dice roller, whatever. So just
Nice. Yeah. I have a kind of like a wish that like the scale thing does come into play. Like I would like it to be like, oh, we have to do multiple things to even the scale and then we can defeat him. Because otherwise it is literally one roll, right? So like the to make it sort of like cinematic and cool, like actually making us like work to become equal in scale, like will be the fun part. So like, I like the idea of like finding a way to like weaken Sun Guan Yu or like you know, like yeah, do something sneaky. Like I can see like Soup doing that.
I
Um,
can see using overcome, under
yeah.
pressure. I can see dealing, doing
I'm
Yeah.
gonna use Reign of Assassins, which is where I become undetectable using shadows and concealment.
there you go.
Yeah.
Like if you have a
Yeah.
playbook move that could possibly be, you know, uh, finagled in some particular way, I mean, in trophy gold, I mean, like there's a way to do something risky, which is why I'm saying overcome to help reduce the endurance of the monster and like bring their scale
Uh,
down. So I
yeah.
mean like something similar to that, and again the thing that I can see the closest would be like overcome, or I don't know if you really want to stretch it like hearts and minds, Jesus. You
Study,
know,
study, I think. Like,
study could do it too. Yep, study
yeah.
could do it too, and then like then you can go into the duel. Yep.
Yeah,
So,
if I think like while he's beating up like Gullible Moo, I study him.
yeah.
Just-
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. There we go. Right, right, right. So I mean, like you could do different approaches, like in Deathmatch Island. Like Deathmatch Island has different approaches for, excuse me, and like in that particular phase where you're like scouting. So how are you scouting to figure out how to get through the next part of the phase, you know, that sort of thing. So this would be the same kind of thing, because the catalytic instance in this case would be, you get there, maybe there's a thing where, like, you know, stepmom Chow is going to reveal something about Gullible Moo, but then Mao is taken, and Mao is going to die unless you do something about it. So, all right. Moo with a weak thumbs up from under the bus. Oh my god. Hopefully not. All I'm saying is there's a few different approaches I'm willing to accept too, to try and figure out like how to, you know, how to beat Guan Yu down to your level. Yeah, for sure. God. Yeah, that under the bus view is going to look very interesting by next time for sure. All right. So, any other wishes for next time? Oh my god. No? Okay. So, happy gaming for the rest of the week. I will see you next time, and then we will round this out and then like go into the next mystery from here. I have to check the dates and stuff like that. But I mean, again, there was that particular suggestion of like going as far as we can go, and if not, then just like, you know, stopping at wherever we stop for the particular series. So I'll take you know, discussions, suggestions of that in the Discord chat in between, and I will see you guys next time. You guys have a wonderful week. All right, I mean,
You too.
enjoy
Yeah,
yourselves.
thanks for running.
Thanks,
Thanks
everyone.
everyone.
Thank you. All right.
Thanks.
Bye guys.